As the target systems, we'll use a few devices. One of the target devices will be Metasploitable 2. Metasploitable is an intentionally vulnerable Linux virtual machine created by Rapid7, who produces Metasploit project as well. This VM can be used to conduct security training, test security tools, and practice common penetration testing techniques. The VM will run on any recent VMware products and other virtualization technologies such as VirtualBox. Now, when you Google the word Metasploitable, you'll find a download link of Rapid7 on the very first row. You can download it from the sourceforge.net site as well, which is on the second line. Now, there's another link that's the GitHub address of Metasploitable 3. Metasploitable 3 is another version of Metasploitable produced by, again, Rapid7. So let's go to that page. System requirements in the README section says that Metasploitable 3 virtual machine requires 65 gigabytes of free space on my drive and 4.5 gigabytes of RAM. Well, these amounts are a little too much for me, so I'm going to go back and use Metasploitable 2, though it's an excellent practicing machine. So turn back to the Google Search tab and click the first link, go to the official download page of Metasploitable, fill out the form, and click Submit to download Metasploitable 2 Linux Virtual Machine. So I've already downloaded it and opened with my VMware Fusion. Now, as you can see, I do have other VMs here, OWASP, Broken Web Applications, and a Windows XP. You may download and use other systems like these, just to give you more scanning practice. So let's look at the settings of Metasploitable. I'll use my virtual machines in that network mode, and I allocated a gig of RAM, which is the recommended amount. So now we're ready to run the VM. And as you can see, there are a lot of services that start when the operating system starts. Username is msfadmin, and the password is the same. So check the IP address and see if it's in the same IP block with your Kali machine using the ifconfig command. So looking at the OpenTCP ports using netstat-tnlp, you will see a lot of ports are open. And looking at the services up and running using ps-aux, you'll see a lot of these services as well. These increase the attack surface of the machine, which is just what we want. And of course, we'll use Windows machines as our targets of our attacks. And you know the reason, right? Windows are the most common operating systems. One of the Windows targets will be Windows XP Service Pack 1. Now, it's not designed to be vulnerable, but, well, it is naturally a vulnerable system. It's not an up-to-date system. A lot of patches are missing, and as you probably know too, Microsoft does not support this operating system anymore. Another target system that I'll use is Windows 8. It's an up-to-date and modern operating system. Now, just so you know, I have to point out that Microsoft Windows operating systems are commercial. They are not free. You have to have their license to use. Now, if you have any Windows ISO, you can install it as a virtual machine. Just follow the steps that I showed you in the lecture of the installation of Kali the Light from the ISO file.